So, Supermom, ace athlete, coach cool, and strength savvy. Today we have Sheetal Kotkar on our podcast, Settle or Be Better. And it's really great to have you here today. So, we'll be talking about strength training, women's health, menopause, and how turning 50 has been liberating for you. So, over to you, Sheetal ma'am. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your fitness story and anything that you're working on right now that you're focused on specifically?
Thank you so much, Sakshi. I'm happy to know that I'm the first guest on your podcast. So good luck to you all, your team. Um, so it's a very long story, but to cut it short, like I've always been active, and that's why I say that I probably belong to that generation where we didn't have things at home. We had to get out to do stuff. So that was the childhood, and that builds. And if you enjoy that movement, that in that age, I think you will always like movement. So it just
Right.
kept changing, right? The movement when you're small could be playing badminton. Then when you're older, you want to cycle or climb mountains. So it just kept changing, but I wanted some kind of movement.
Right.
So there was a long gap of marriage and kids, but once that also, I mean, I had time for myself after my third child was 2 years old, and then proper structured programs started. So
Right.
it's been a long journey, but like if you put it in a nutshell, first child born, I started yoga and walking. Second child, I learned Pilates, and walking was always there. I even ran. I used to also run that time. I took part in some
Right.
marathons, but I don't like running. Third child, he turned two. I joined a gym, and then since then, weight training has been the like priority. You can say my
Right.
first love. Yeah.
So since then, you have been starting your
Yeah, yeah,
strength
yeah, yeah.
training journey and
Yeah,
all that, right?
yeah, yeah.
Lovely. So, has there anything that has changed for you, like in terms of your training when you were in your 20s, in your 30s versus your 40s? Anything particular that has changed for you?
So in my 20s, I mean, if you want to be specific, I didn't train. I just went
Right.
randomly to some gyms sometime because there was curiosity, but the culture was
Right.
not as much. But cycling around and climbing hills was Pune culture. Like everybody in
Right.
Pune does it. At least we used to, not maybe the new Puneites, but our old Pune people know that. And
Right.
30s is when actually the workout started, right? 30s was thriving. I used to love working out. Even 40s, I can say till about 3 to 4 years back, I used to do workout twice a day,
Oh,
morning and
lovely.
evening. Yeah, and my
Okay.
body would recover. But
Right.
now, even though I'm doing tougher things, I have to really pace it out. I take time to
Right.
recover. I take a lot of time to recover. So many times I give 48 hours break.
Oh,
All I can
okay.
do maybe in between is maybe just walk and do some movement at home, maybe
Right.
Pilates style workout. But I have to pace it out. But some days, some weeks, my body feels like, oh, there's no soreness. I'm feeling fine. I'm thriving. Then and
Right.
then I'll work out. So I have to really listen now. There's no force.
Right, right. Understood. So,
Yeah.
what aspect of training has eased up for you? Like, is there anything that has eased up, for example, discipline in terms of training or muscle hypertrophy compared to your 30s or your 40s right now?
It's a very clean cut answer. It's discipline. It's just become like a part of my day. I mean, I
Right,
don't have to think or brood over like whether I should or can I not, like should I not. There's no questioning. It's just that
right,
I'm, and also it's like my life, right? I even train people. So from morning, I'm in my kids and my clothes, and it's just whenever I get my break in the afternoon, I work out. So it's like
right,
it's part of my day, and just like you're brushing and eating and sleeping, even workout, even exercise.
right.
Yeah,
Definitely. That's
yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your decision on becoming a vegan. So was it specific to something like because approaching menopause, or was it just a general decision that you wanted to, a lifestyle change that you wanted to have?
Not at all related to health. I didn't
Okay.
know how it would benefit me at this age. I had no idea. I mean, I had not even done any research or thought about it because I was, in fact, quite against vegan because I knew it would cut out so many things which are needed as
Right.
per general nutrition guidelines. But I met a friend and one conversation, and I felt like this is something, it just kind of got stuck in my head, and I said, I have to give this a shot. And it kept popping up, like, I'm going to try it, I'm going to try it someday. And then I said, okay, let me try it for a month.
Right.
And then it's been over a year now. So,
That's lovely. 1 year
yeah,
of, being
one over.
consistent. Even I have tried it for a month, but
Oh,
sticking
really?
to it is like so tough because like there's so much effort that goes into it, the cooking and the meal planning. Like, you
Actually,
have
it
to
is
be
not. Actually, it is
consistent.
easy. Especially with
Yeah,
Indian food, it is very easy.
yeah, that is true.
Yeah, it is not. I mean, our normal Indian food is vegetarian. The only thing you'll
Right,
have to cut off is ghee. But it is not. It's not. I mean, it's not difficult. Maybe I have reached a point in my life where things that just taste good or give me
right,
that momentary pleasure don't really matter anymore. You look at the bigger picture.
right,
So
right.
yeah, maybe that's why I have not craved even for a single day in this last 1 year meat or anything to do with meat or dairy or ice creams, nothing.
That's lovely. And obviously, there
Yeah,
are a lot more options available now
yeah,
of
yeah,
whatever we want. So
yeah,
that's a great
yeah.
thing.
That's there.
So, you are a trainer and you have many female clients. Is there anyone who has, come to you in their 40s and just started strength training, weight training? So, what would you generally do in that scenario? Like, what is your take on women starting weightlifting for the first time in their lives in their 40s, late 40s, something like that?
I would say first thing, better late than never. You should.
Right, right,
Because our muscles and joints are there for a reason, right? If you're
right,
not exercising them, then your body is useless. What, you can't just sit in one place and think, oh, I'm working, I'm using my brain, but that your body needs to move.
right. Of
So,
course.
if, like I said, better late than never. The approach will, of course, be to take it very slow, start very light, no force, do it 3 times a week or twice a week. Start
Right.
with 1 kg, 2 kgs, whatever. Many women who start at 40 and 50 are very scared to lift. They feel
Yeah,
that, oh, this
exactly.
is not my thing, this is for the men. No, but women are as strong. Some women are even stronger.
Absolutely.
You know? And women actually are intrinsically very, very resilient. So
Right,
there are some who start late and thrive because they are brave. You need to be a
right,
little open minded and brave. You can't be stuck up and get scared because there's nothing to be scared of. As long as, yes, you have to do your form. I mean, your form has to be good, so you need a trainer to teach you properly. But yes, you should.
That's amazing. That's lovely.
Yeah.
So, were you into the sport kettlebell when you started strength training, or was it just general like strength training with free weights and all of those things, or did you start later with your
No, no,
kettlebell
no.
training?
So my strength training is like I said, very old. So that time I used to do
Right,
just normal gym, dumbbells and
right,
machines in the gym. That's about 15 years back. But kettlebell sport, or rather kettlebell training, I learned the lifts around 6 years back from a
okay,
coach in Pune. And even then, competing was not what I thought of. I just wanted to
yeah,
learn the lifts because I liked them, and I said I will make it as a part of my training protocol, like what for my
right.
clients. But about 3 years back, my coach said that your lifts are good, your strength is good, your stamina is good, so why don't you try? And that's how the competing part started. So it's very,
Right.
very recent in my life, actually.
So tell us about the competing part of it. Like, how did you feel about it? Like, did you have any fears about it going into it? What was your goal? Like, what did it do for you basically? Like, getting into
Yeah.
that and, how
So
was it?
actually, it's been such a blessing because I started competing when COVID hit.
Okay.
So then what happened is all the kettlebell federations started online competitions.
Mm-hmm.
And it couldn't have been a better time because if I've never been on stage, for me, it was such a good practice platform. I'm in my
Right.
house, I'm doing my lift or in my with my coach in the gym. And so just two of us, and I'm doing my lift, and there's no pressure, no people watching or anybody uh, judging, all that. So,
Right.
so it was a very good practice ground for me.
Right.
And as for starting so late, is like I had never planned that I'll become an athlete at 50. Nobody plans
Hmm.
this. And then I
Absolutely.
competed in a world championship at 51. Nothing was planned. I just feel probably I'm grateful to, that I have this body which supported this madness, and also my coaches who thought I can do it. You can,
Right.
especially in India, and many coaches, there will be very few who will encourage. I think things have changed though, but I feel so lucky that I got somebody who said, "No, Sheetal, you can do it." I'm like, "Okay, I can do it." Like,
Right.
I never thought, if I was, maybe if I'd done this kettlebell training and all in my 20s and all, maybe that time I could have thought of competing. But learning so late, it was just a part of my skill,
Right.
bank. I wanted to just learn another skill. But since I met the right people, I think that's very important. I mean, I'm lucky.
That's the most inspiring part that I find about you, that you competed 50 at 51
Yeah.
internationally. Because I
Hmm.
mean, I've seen younger athletes give up at 30 because they did not, make it to a certain competition, or they feel like I'm too old now at 30. And men, in fact, also, not only women, men, everyone. And that there's that thing in everybody's mind that becoming an athlete has a shelf life, and you have, like, you only need 30s or say max 40s. Like, very fewer people actually go at it, and for you to go at it for the first time, it was really
Yeah.
amazing. It's very
So I
inspiring.
think things are changing, and of course, it depends on the sport. Certain sports, I'm sure there is a shelf life and you can't go ahead. But
Right.
luckily for this, we can. And in fact, when I was there and I saw even 70-year-old athletes and 60 plus year old athletes, and European countries encourage this so much, I feel we
Right.
all, I mean, we should also, go in that direction, because
Definitely.
it gives you a goal. It gives you, aim in life at that point of life where you feel that, oh, your life is over. But it's not actually. Your body is
Yeah,
capable of doing
exactly.
so much more.
That is
So
something,
it,
definitely a very different perspective, and to look forward to for women, like, not just to train, to lose weight, to become, to
yeah,
obtain certain
yeah,
aesthetics, but this is something that you can actually absolutely do, like, if you have the right resources and if you have the right
yeah,
mindset. It's amazing.
yeah. So, I mean, I should be proud to say that I'm the only 50 plus year old woman in India who's lifting.
Yeah, that is
I
amazing.
mean, even I didn't know. Now, even all this, even also I didn't know. So it all just happened, and all happened because I think I kept an open mind. I was not stuck up or scared,
Right.
So one should be open minded, like you said. That, I mean, life goes on. You can keep doing
Absolutely.
things.
Absolutely. So, coming to menopause, tell us what your mindset has been like before and now. Like, did you have a fear about it, or were you just going at it and embracing it with all the preparations or certain lifestyle changes?
So honestly, I didn't have to do any preparation as such, because my lifestyle has been this way for some years now. You can say
Right,
about 7, 8 years back or 10 years back, I used to also, like, party, late nights, next day go to the gym, but body was
right,
supporting. I eventually, slowly, slowly, I tapered that down and I stopped it. So I think I also stopped it at the right time. Having said that, so the lifestyle changes had already been done. Then
right,
fitness being my all, from morning to night, I only think about it and I'm only talking about it. So I didn't have to make any major changes. As for menopause, mentally, I never thought about it until 4, 5 years back. Really never thought about it, never really sat and read about it. But when I started coming closer to 50, and I started, like, it was basically, like I say, I had never, touch wood, suffered any symptoms like they say. There are so
right.
many. Only thing I noticed was my periods became irregular. So I knew, okay, now there's something happening. Periods are becoming irregular, which from all my life have been dot on. So
Right.
there is something happening, and that's the only conversation probably I had with my doctor, and said that my periods are now irregular. He's saying, to this is your age and this is going to happen. So then I understood, okay, now this, I'm in perimenopause stage. That's all. That's, yeah. So there was no preparation. There was only,
Right.
again, embracing. This is what I say, that this is just another phase of life, and we have to just be open to it. Yes, take care of
Absolutely.
yourself. If you want to read about it, consult about, experts about it, do go ahead and do that, but do not think about it as a negative phase. It's not a negative phase.
Right.
It's in fact, for me, it's a very happy, liberating phase.
Absolutely. That is one part of it. Like, you definitely are a lot more carefree because of, having
Yeah,
lesser periods and, have more movement for you, more better plans for you, and all of that. So it's definitely a better
yeah.
place for some people.
And it can become, I think, for most, because if periods is part of our life, having a child and getting pregnant and everything is part of our physiology for a woman, then even menopause is a part, right? It's not something
Absolutely.
happening abnormally to you, it's not a disease.
Right.
It is
Right.
part of your biological, what do you say, the journey of your body. So, how can it be negative?
Absolutely.
I think too much research and too many things also have been put out on Google, and people just get paranoid about it. So it's not meant to be that way, no?
Definitely.
And I always say we celebrate a girl getting periods. In India, we do that. I think in some
Yeah.
other foreign countries also we do that. We celebrate when we get pregnant. We celebrate when the baby is born. Then why don't
Definitely.
we celebrate when you get menopause?
Definitely. This
I mean,
is
you're
a
free.
celebration.
You're free now. You don't want to have any more babies. Even the periods that we cry about all our life, they are also over.
Yeah.
Now take care of yourself. Take care of yourself and do other things. No?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And do you think that being a vegan has helped you in some or the other way dealing with this phase?
Honestly, I didn't think it would, but then after I started researching on menopause, not on vegan again,
Right.
because my decision to
Right.
become a vegan was for animals that I don't want to kill to
Right.
eat.
Right.
I realized then that the plant-based diet is better for
Hmm.
menopause. Eating thermogenic, like meat, is heaty.
Right.
So all
Right.
that kind of food and foods laden with hormones now um,
Hmm.
are going to play havoc in your system. So eating plants and fruits obviously is going to be gentler, cleaner food,
Right.
lighter on your system. Yeah. So it did definitely help.
That's
And
great.
also, like medically, if you ask, then I mean, since I was a big major egg eater, eggs
Hmm.
was like my daily thing. My cholesterol was borderline high. Though eggs are
Okay.
good, I know that the whole egg is good.
Right.
That's not the thing. But my cholesterol was borderline high as per the
Hmm.
last year's sometime result. And after
Right.
6 months of being vegan, my cholesterol was 176, which is a very good number.
That's lovely.
Yeah. So yeah, medically also it did help, and menopause also, I think it just keeps you calmer eating
Right.
vegetarian foods. Hmm.
Right. And also in terms of energy and, feeling lighter and, having more energy to do the workouts, recovering better. So I think that is also something
Yeah,
that adds up
yeah,
to it.
yeah.
And are there any particular supplements that you are, currently you have just started consuming because of becoming a vegan or like, dealing with the menopause phase? Is there something that you have added on recently in your lifestyle?
Ashwagandha, maybe I have at to sleep well.
Mm-hmm.
So I recover well and I sleep well. I have tried to
Right.
remember and have ashwagandha at night. Um, so specific to menopause, actually nothing.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
nice. So, what would you suggest women who are in their late 30s or late 40s to start doing and implementing in their lifestyle that would, they'll be more thankful about it later on in their life when they are approaching menopause? Like some things that you think might have helped you so long as well.
Yeah, I would strongly suggest that first keep an open mind and understand that this is just another phase in life. It's not
Right.
end of your life. I mean, it's not like life is over. People get married at 50 and 60 and start a new
Yeah,
life, and
absolutely.
so there's nothing. I mean, nothing ends here. Having said that, meditation to calm your nerves down if you are getting other, like, there are
Right.
these really horrible symptoms like hot flashes and night
Hmm.
sweats and people don't sleep well. So to keep yourself a little more centered and balanced,
Right.
this is something even I like to do, is try to
Hmm.
meditate. I'm not an expert at all, I'm still learning and trying. So
Right.
meditation, walking daily, walking should be done daily, and if possible, walking outside, getting some
Right.
sunlight, um, weight training, or any exercise. But
Right.
mostly, I feel, see, body weight exercises has its own challenge. So one should
Right.
not think weight training is difficult and body weight is easy. In fact, body weight can
Yeah,
be
yeah,
very difficult.
absolutely.
So lightweight training, 2 3 times a day. Yeah. So the question was, what can the women do, right? So
Right.
walking, weight training, yes. Diet probably, like I said, meat can be reduced.
Right.
Vegetables and fruits, fresh food can be
Mhm.
increased. Sleep, you should focus on a lot.
Absolutely important,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah. I have now started sacrificing anything and everything over sleep. I would,
That's
if you give me a night of 8 to 9 hours sleep, I would be happy puppy. Like, I don't want to get up early and work out also. I would rather
right.
sleep and work out later. So don't get fixated on that early morning workout. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
it suits some, it doesn't suit everyone. So
Right.
one should not feel pressured. Okay, so and so works out at six a.m. So I should also. I've also done it, but today I don't want to. I'd rather wake
Right.
up at 5:30 and probably meditate or walk,
Right.
just go for it, and then work out later. So
Hmm.
don't be under pressure of doing things. Do it at your pace and at with keeping your timetable in mind.
Right. Right. And what would you suggest women who have, just started approaching menopause and did not have a chance in their life earlier to work on their fitness, or it's the first time that probably they're entering the gym for the first time, or thinking about starting their fitness journey because they are entering their menopausal phase and something that will help them with it. So, what would that be for you?
So again, it's the same thing. You'll have to they should do some kind of resistance training. So
Right.
first of all, drop your inhibitions. Everyone goes to the gym today, or you want to do it at home, you can do it at home. But don't be shy. There is no
Right.
need to feel shy or out of place. Everyone works out. Everyone needs to work out. So start slow. Start with some kind of resistance. It should be little challenging at least. So don't take very
Right.
lightweight, but some moderate challenge should be there, and that you can build on eventually.
Right.
So that's the basic. Because for menopause, when we talk about osteoporosis and the calcium depleting, all this
Right.
happens because we're not moving the body. So just
Right.
move the body without fear. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And
Absolutely.
take good guidance. If you're really, really so raw and inexperienced, then take guidance. Get a good trainer. You know.
Right, right. Absolutely. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Sheetal ma'am, for gracing us today at the Settle or Be Better podcast. Like, your story has been so inspiring. There are so many things for me also personally to take away, and more power to you. I hope
Thank
that this has
you.
been helpful for someone in some or the other way, and we'll be bringing back more such inspiring stories for you over here. So,
Thank
is there
you.
anything that you want to leave us with? Any thought, anything that you want to say?
I think I keep saying the same thing. Your body is meant to move, just keep moving. Okay?
Right,
Give that a priority. Your body is
right.
not meant to sit in one place. So, I mean, with so many people having desk jobs and they just sit for hours, that should be avoided. So, move.
Right.
Celebrate that movement, I would say. Like, celebrate that your body can move. You can touch your toes, you can lift your leg, or you can run or walk, or whatever you can do and you like. Just move.
Absolutely.
Yeah? Yeah.
Absolutely. That's lovely. I am Sakshi Pawar. I'll be your host for the Settle or Be Better podcast. So stay tuned till we bring more inspiring stories your way. Thank you, Sheetal ma'am, again for today.
Thank
It was a
you.
lovely
Thanks.
conversation.
Thanks,
And all the
Sakshi.
best. I can't wait to see what more, limiting beliefs you break for yourself and for other people with whatever you're approaching next. And I hope that you keep competing also, and there's something a lot more waiting for you, definitely.
Thank you, Sakshi. Thanks so much.